air cargo and logistics sector forward, catalyzing economic growth and ensuring an enhanced supply chain infrastructure for our nation. As we talk about sustainable growth in this summit, India's aviation industry has embraced environmentally conscious practices. We have witnessed substantial investments in the indigenously produced sustainable aviation fuel, with Indian Airlines taking significant efforts to reduce carbon emissions. The government's push in this sector in terms of schemes like UDAN, improving airspace management, airports development through PPP, along with digital initiatives like DigiSky, eSahaj, DigiYatra, etc., have not only transformed the civil aviation space, but has also complemented the growth of the industry. The government's commitment to enhancing regional connectivity and building world-class airport is also paving the way for smoother journeys. As we set our sights on the future, we also must acknowledge the challenges that lies ahead. The aviation industry must address issues of airspace congestion, passenger comforts, infrastructure development, and skilled manpower. India's commitment to leveraging technology is also evident in the push for digitalization and the adoption of futuristic practices like drone deliveries and unmanned traffic management. The Indian aviation sector is at the cusp of a digital revolution that will further enhance efficiency and safety. In this journey of progress, PhD Chamber of Commerce and Industry also acknowledges and expresses gratitude to the Government of India, especially Customs, Ministry of Civil Aviation, Ministry of Commerce and Industry for their invaluable cooperation in the development of the air cargo industry. Just to put it here, about 4 years back, before we had COVID in India, cargo was always treated like a stepchild, treatment we used to get. But after COVID, we have got really everybody, the Government of India, Ministry of Civil Aviation, Ministry of Commerce, they have started looking at logistics in a much better way than before. And now, in the last 3 years, 3-4 years, the changes we have seen, we can go and discuss any issues of ours to them, and the problems are being solved, let me tell you. Previously they were lying there and for years to get it resolved, but now when we go to the ministry for any issues, they really take care and they try to find a solution to get these issues resolved. Now there are a few issues, which I would like to, highlight over here. This, one is the high transaction cost of logistics and freight forwarding in India. Presently the logistic cost in India is quite high. To reduce that, we have to see overall impact on the industry. Whether it's terminal operators, whether it's freight forwarders or everybody, we have to make sure that we should be, we should reduce somehow or the other this logistic cost to make it competitive for India exports to grow. That should be the aim for everyone, whether it's whoever it is in the industry, in the logistic industry. Now the other important thing is to promote the airfield station, my favorite subject, in all over India. Airfield stations are the future of Indian cargo. The way the exports are going to increase, the government should look into encouraging the AFS operators in all the second tier and 3-tier cities so that it can take the excess cargo which is going to be generated in the coming years. So that's very, very important. The other thing is, more freighters to be brought into India. The government should look at, policy where they should allow more and more freighters to come to India so that there should be competition, and if there is more space, the rates are definitely going to go down, which will encourage our exports from India. That's very, very important. And the other very important thing is, one important thing for Ministry of Commerce and for the civil aviation is the industry status for the freight forwarders. This issue has been pending from the last 30, 40 years. We have been saying that this is an industry, and you must have, everybody must have seen in the COVID days that what our industries has done, and we request the ministries to please look into this so that our industry should be given the industry status. Now the other important issue which we'd like to bring out is the warehousing and logistic policy. There are a lot of issues as far as the warehousing is concerned, the way the things are improving. All these big companies, they are looking at warehouses closer to the airports, closer to the ports, but somehow the other, the policies are not very clear as to how to promote these warehousing policies. Now, one more important thing for the, for the commerce industry is, we as a freight forwarders, there are ECGC policy, if the foreign exchange doesn't come for the exporters. Now, there is a policy for service industry also, but unfortunately, ECGC do not, cover our freight costs, which are also received in the foreign currency. So that's one of the other issues which we would like to bring. Government should consider reciprocal agreements in establishing freight forwarders, custom brokers, offices abroad. That point is also very important. Like whenever the Indian government is doing a lot of FDI agreements with other countries. Now, like there are few countries, we have allowed, like take the case of Bangladesh. Bangladesh agents can come to India and they can have, 100% equity. Whereas if Indian agent wants to go and open office in Bangladesh, they can only have 40% equity. They have to invest minimum $60,000 plus they have to give $100,000 bank guarantee. Now this type of thing is also there in other countries like Sri Lanka and all. So our request is, if foreign agents come into India with 1 lakh rupees capital, we should be also allowed to go to other countries for opening our offices. That's the way we are going to expand.